If you've ever stared at a pasture and wondered whether those big, placid beasts are just four-legged lawnmowers with a chronic case of "I could eat the whole field" syndrome, you're not alone. Imagine a creature that spends up to 8 hours a day chewing, regurgitating, and re-chewing the same mouthful of grass. Basically a bovine version of a Zen monk who's also a competitive eater. Cows are the unsung heroes of the dairy aisle, the backbone of the burger joint, and, let's be honest, the occasional source of inexplicable moos at 3 a.m. that make you question your life choices. Today we're diving deep into the udderly fascinating world of Bos taurus. No, not the bullish kind of boss, but the actual scientific name for domestic cattle. We're about to milk every fact for all it's worth. Pun absolutely intended. Taxonomy and basic definition. Scientifically, a cow is an adult female of the species Bos taurus that has given birth to at least one calf. Males are called bulls, young females are heifers, and castrated males are steers. While cow colloquially refers to any bovine, the precise term hinges on reproductive status. Taxonomically, cows belong to the family Bovidae, subfamily Bovinae, which also includes buffalo, yaks, and antelopes. Their evolutionary lineage splits from the wild aurochs, Bos primigenius, around 10,000 years ago, when humans first began to tame these massive herbivores in the Fertile Crescent. So when you see a cow grazing peacefully, you're looking at a living descendant of an animal that once roamed the Eurasian steppes with horns that could rival a medieval lance. Anatomy. The built-for-grass machine. Let's talk anatomy, because a cow's body is basically a high-efficiency grass processing factory. At roughly 1,400 to 1,600 pounds for a typical Holstein, the cow's skeleton is built to support a massive digestive tract rather than speed. Their skull houses a wide set of molars, flat ridged teeth perfect for grinding fibrous plant material. Unlike humans, cows lack upper incisors. Instead, they have a tough dental pad against which the lower incisors pinch grass, pulling it into the mouth. The real star of the show, however, is the stomach, specifically the four-chambered ruminant stomach. The rumen, reticulum, omasum, and abomasum. Think of it as a four-step fermentation pipeline. The rumen, a vat holding up to 50 gallons of fluid, hosts billions of microbes, bacteria, protozoa, and fungi that break down cellulose, a carbohydrate that most mammals can't digest. The reticulum acts as a filter, trapping large particles and sending them back to the rumen for another chew. The omasum absorbs water and nutrients, while the abomasum functions like a true stomach, secreting acids and enzymes to finish protein digestion. This complex system lets cows extract energy from grass that would otherwise pass straight through a human gut unchanged. The rumination process. Chew, regurgitate, repeat. Now the infamous chewing the cud. After a cow swallows a mouthful of grass, it heads straight to the rumen, where microbes start fermenting it. Periodically, the cow contracts its rumen to push a bolus of partially digested lump of semi-digested material back up into the mouth. This is regurgitation, not vomiting. It's a controlled rhythmic process that allows the cow to re-chew the cud, further breaking down plant cell walls. A cow may spend up to 8 hours a day ruminating, which is why you often see them looking eerily contemplative while they chew. If humans tried this, we'd spend our workday chewing on a burrito, spitting it out and chewing again. Hardly conducive to productivity, but apparently perfect for bovine bliss. Digestive efficiency and methane production. All that microbial fermentation comes with a side effect: gas. As microbes break down cellulose, they produce volatile fatty acids that the cow absorbs for energy, but they also generate methane, CH4, as a byproduct. A single cow can emit between 250 and 500 liters of methane per day, roughly the volume of a large refrigerator. While methane is a potent greenhouse gas, it's also a sign that the cow's rumen is doing its job. Researchers are exploring feed additives like seaweed, tannins, and essential oils to reduce methane emissions without compromising milk or meat yield. It's a classic case of you can't have your grass and eat it too. Except in this case, we're trying to have the grass and curb the emissions. Breeds. From Holstein to Highland, not all cows are created equal, and the world boasts over 800 recognized breeds, each shaped by geography, climate, and human purpose. The Holstein Friesian, with its iconic black and white patches, is the dairy champion, capable of producing over 22,000 pounds of milk per year. Jerseys, smaller and fawn-colored, give richer milk with higher butterfat, perfect for gourmet cheeses. On the beef side, Angus cattle are prized for marbling, while Charolais bring muscular heft. Then there are the hardy heritage breeds like the Scottish Highland, whose long hair and sweeping horns make them look like they stepped out of a Viking saga, built to thrive in harsh, cold climates. Each breed represents a compromise between milk yield, meat quality, adaptability, and temperament, proof that humans have been playing bovine matchmaker for millennia. Life cycle. From calf to cow. A cow's life begins after a gestation of roughly 9 months. Similar to humans, a newborn calf weighs between 60 and 100 pounds and can stand within an hour, a crucial survival trait in the wild. Calves receive colostrum, the mother's first milk, packed with antibodies that protect them from disease. Weaning typically occurs at 6 to 8 months, after which the young bovine transitions to a diet of grass, hay, or silage. Heifers reach sexual maturity around 15 months, though many farms wait until they're about 2 years old before breeding, ensuring they're physically ready for pregnancy. A productive dairy cow may have a lactation cycle of 300 days, followed by a dry period of about 60 days before the next calf arrives. Over a typical lifespan of 4 to 6 lactations, roughly 6 to 8 years, a cow can produce tens of thousands of pounds of milk. Beef cattle, meanwhile, are often raised for 18 to 24 months before slaughter, though some specialty programs extend this to develop richer flavor. If you're finding this utterly entertaining, smash that like button and share the video with a friend who loves a good bovine tale, because sharing is caring, especially when it comes to spreading cowtastic knowledge. Milk production, the utterly amazing process. Let's milk the details, pun intended, on how a cow turns grass into that creamy latte you love. Milk synthesis occurs in the mammary glands, or udder, which is divided into 4 quarters. When a cow is stimulated by a calf suckling, a milking machine, or even a warm shower, oxytocin is released, causing the myoepithelial cells around the alveoli to contract and push milk into the milk sinuses and out through the teat. The composition of milk is roughly 87% water, 3.9% fat, 3.4% protein, 4.8% lactose, and 0.7% minerals. Factors influencing yield include genetics, nutrition, health, and even the cow's comfort. Stressed cows produce less milk. Modern dairies use automated milking systems that can milk a cow 3 times a day, tracking yield, conductivity, and even rumination time via collar sensors. It's a blend of animal husbandry and data science that would make a Silicon Valley engineer nod in approval. Beef, from pasture to plate. When a cow's destiny is the steakhouse rather than the milking parlor, the focus shifts to muscle development and fat deposition. Beef quality hinges on marbling, the intramuscular fat that gives steak its juicy, flavorful bite. Breeds like Angus and Wagyu have been genetically selected for high marbling, while feeding regimes, grain finishing versus grass finishing, affect both fat content and flavor profile. Grass-fed beef tends to be leaner with a more pronounced earthy taste, whereas grain-finished beef is richer and softer. Aging, either dry or wet, further concentrates flavor by allowing enzymes to break down muscle fibers. In the United States alone, over 30 billion pounds of beef are produced annually, making cattle a cornerstone of the global protein supply. Yet the environmental footprint of beef production, land use, water consumption, and greenhouse emissions has sparked a growing conversation about sustainable alternatives, from regenerative grazing to plant-based imitations. Cultural significance, more than just meat and milk. Cows have trotted through human mythology, religion, and everyday life for millennia. In Hinduism, the cow is revered as a symbol of non-violence, motherhood, and abundance. Many Hindus abstain from beef as a sign of respect. Ancient Egyptians associated the cow goddess Hathor with love, music, and fertility. In European folklore, cows often appear in tales of fertility and prosperity. Think of the magic cow that provides endless milk. Even modern idioms betray bovine influence. Holy cow expresses surprise. Cowardly denotes timidity, though ironically, cows are surprisingly bold when defending their calves. And until the cows come home implies an indefinite wait. In agriculture, cows have shaped landscapes, pastures, barns, and the very layout of rural communities. Their presence is so ingrained that a drive through the Midwest feels incomplete without a slow-moving herd silhouetted against a sunset. Environmental impact and sustainable practices. It's impossible to discuss cows without acknowledging their environmental hoofprint. As mentioned, methane from enteric fermentation is a potent greenhouse gas, about 28 times more effective at trapping heat than CO2 over a 100-year span. Additionally, beef production demands significant land, roughly 20 square meters of grazing area per kilogram of live weight, not counting the feed crops grown to supplement diets. Water usage is also high. Producing 1 kilogram of beef can consume upwards of 15,000 liters of water when you factor in feed growth, processing, and cleaning. However, not all cattle systems are equal. Extensive grazing on marginal lands can promote biodiversity, sequester carbon in soils, and upcycle plant material humans can't eat. Practices like rotational grazing, silvopasture, integrating trees with pasture, and manure management, capturing methane for biogas, are gaining traction. Moreover, improving feed efficiency through better genetics, precision nutrition, and additives can lower emissions per unit of milk or meat. The challenge lies in balancing the nutritional benefits cows provide with the planet's limits, a classic case of needing to have our steak and eat it sustainably. Fun and surprising cow facts. Before we wrap up, let's sprinkle in a few tidbits that might make you look at your next glass of milk with fresh awe. A cow's heart weighs about 5 pounds, roughly the size of a human head, and beats between 60 and 70 times per minute at rest. Cows have almost 360-degree vision. They can see everything around them except directly behind their heads, which explains why they often startle at sudden movements from the rear. The average cow produces enough milk each day to fill about 90 glasses, enough to keep a small cafe stocked for a morning rush. Cows are social animals. They form best friend bonds and can become stressed when separated from their preferred companions. A cow's nose is so sensitive it can detect odors up to 6 miles away, helpful for locating fresh pasture or sensing a predator. In 2018, a cow named Chili set a Guinness World Record for the most milk produced in a single day, 78.2 pounds, about 35.5 kilograms, from a Holstein in Wisconsin. Cows can sleep standing up, thanks to a stay apparatus that locks their legs, but they only achieve deep REM sleep when lying down, usually for about 30 minutes to 2 hours per night. The term cattle derives from the Old French catel, meaning property or wealth, hence chattel in legal speak. Despite their size, cows are surprisingly agile. They can run up to 25 miles per hour when motivated, say by a tasty patch of clover or a sudden thunderstorm. The future of cows: tech, trends, and tomorrow. Looking ahead, the bovine world is poised for a high-tech makeover. Wearable sensors now monitor rumination, activity, and even body temperature, alerting farmers to health issues before they become costly problems. Genetic editing tools like CRISPR are being explored to develop hornless cattle, reducing injury risk. and to enhance feed efficiency. Vertical farms are experimenting with hydroponic forage that can be grown indoors year-round, reducing the land needed for feed. Meanwhile, consumer demand for transparency is pushing farms to adopt blockchain traceability, letting you scan a QR code on a milk carton and learn the exact farm, feed regimen, and milking time that produced your latte. In the realm of alternative proteins, cultured beef, grown from animal cells in a lab, aims to replicate the taste and texture of traditional steak without raising and slaughtering cattle. While still in early stages, the technology could one day alleviate some of the environmental pressures associated with large-scale livestock farming. Regardless of the path forward, the cow's role as a versatile converter of inedible plant material into high-quality nutrition remains unmatched, provided we manage it wisely. Thanks for sticking with us through this deep dive into the world of cows. If you enjoyed learning about their biology, breeds, and cultural quirks, please hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you never miss an episode of What Is. Your support keeps these fact-filled, fun-laden videos rolling, just like a cow's endless cud chewing session. Now for a final nugget that didn't make it into the main sections. Bonus fact. Did you know that a cow's saliva contains a special enzyme called lactoperoxidase, which helps protect the udder from infection? This natural antimicrobial property is one reason why healthy cows can produce clean, safe milk, even in less than sterile conditions. The cow's saliva, when they're out in the pasture, constantly bathing their teats in an antibacterial rinse every time they chew their cud. Talk about a built-in udder guard. That's a wrap on today's exploration of what a cow truly is. From their four-stomach digestive marvel to their spot in human history, cows are far more than just pasture ornaments. They're remarkable, complex creatures that continue to shape our diets, cultures, and even our planet's health. Until next time, keep curious, stay kind to our bovine buddies, and remember, every time you enjoy a glass of milk or a juicy steak, you're tasting the legacy of millions of years of evolution and a whole lot of chewing. See you next time.